Salshaya salphephetha phu ihora lokuqala lohlelo lakho oluyingqayizivele ekhaya Jikelele. Ha webo sisi abafana nje bathi angibadlulisela umlayezo ukuthi abana headboard nje endlini zabo basaba nini ukuthi nizowabhala nibhale ombali waziye omunye wathi kuthiwa wathi ecela ilove back kwathiwa I know sekulate wathi okay hayi ayikho inkinga kusasa ngizofika early
na kanjani use right kodwa
hayi ngisase right
usegile
ngihlale ngabi right ababukeli besahlezi nathi
hey nami ngizobhala kuseleso situlo bakholosa waziye
yes now
apha emva kwesitulo sakho masipinde sibotise sinibulise kunini yonke babukeli abahle abaqhafqhaf ngoku ke sesiphakathi kwisigaba sethu senqubo nalapho ke sizawuthi siqhubeke siniphakela sinilungela siniqoqela indaba ngenjongo zokuqinisekisa ukuba nisoloko nisazi ngako konke okuqhubekayo kwimimandla ngemimandla kwindawo ngendawo kusuka ezilalini phako manqamfu kwesiphethu ko Mount Frekwabhaca kuqumbu kutsolo eMthatha jonga kocofa imvaba ukuyoqhina phesheya kwamalwandle masinganirhalisi sinibawise niqonba sabawela masinqale ngqo apho kuvela uthona masizitshaye ziqhuma ezanamhlanje
mbukeli inaze ihamba phambili ke kuleli hora
JG Zuma Foundation ithi isicelo sika Jacob Zuma sokususa uadvocate Billy Downer njengomtshutshisi kwityala lakhe funeka siqhubeke ngokukhawuleza.
Ubuholi be-African National Congress bebuyokhotha ingonyama yesizwe samaZulu umisozulu kaZwelithini kwaZulu Natal izolo. Leli qembu ke noma le-NEC ibiyokothisilo.
Sanmanon bafethu ninjani, this is your boy Mduduzi Ncube and you're watching Ekhaya Jikelele, where we give you Izindaba, we give you music and we give you entertainment. Bafethu, please stay tuned from Mondays to Fridays. Sibangene sithi kelangalinyeke kolunga konke shwe.
JG Zuma Foundation ithi isicelo sikamnumzana Jacob Zuma sokususa uadvocate Billy Downer njengomtshutshisi kwityala lakhe kufuneka liqhubeke ngokukhawuleza nangona kunjalo awukabekwa umhla wokuchotshela kwelityala kwinkundla ephakamileyo yaseMkunkundlovu. Okukulandela intlanganiso yolawulo lwetyala phakathi kwejaji uThoba Boyo Dlwathi wenkundla ephakamileyo yaKwaZulu Natal umbuso kunye nabameli bakaZuma basemthethweni ukuba baxoxe ngamatyala alindelekileyo phambi kwenkundla yesibheno ephezulu neziphumo zayo kwisicelo sikaZuma.
Umvikelo omphakathi osamisiwe uadvocate Busisiwe Mkhwebane usabize uhlelo lwePhalamende oluphenya ukuthi ukulungele yini ukuphatha lesi sikhundla njengendlela yePhalamende yokumcindezela. Uthi lolu hlelo alukho emthethweni. Ikomiti lePhalamende lesigaba u194 semukele umbiko walo wokuqala nothole ukuthi uMkhwebane akafaneleke ukuba kulesi sikhundla somvikelo omphakathi futhi unecala lokungayiphathi kahle ngokwamacala ke abekwe wona. Leli komiti lithe lizokwenza isiphakamise ePhalamende likazwelonke ukuthi akhishwe esikhundleni sakhe. uMkhwebane ungabaze inhloso yokuqhubeka nalolu hlelo yize isikhathi esimsalele kulesi sikhundla sesisincane. Uthi uzovimbela ukuthi uye ePhalamende likazwelonke lombiko.
Ityala lalo wayesakuba ngusodolophu waseThekwini uZandile Gumede kunye nabanye abangama-21 atyholwa nabo kwinkundla ephakamileyo yaseThekwini kulindeleke ukuba liqhubeke namhlanje. Oku ke kunxulumene nethenda yokususa inkunkuma eThekwini exabisa izigidi ezingama-320 i-320 million rands. Izolo inkundla iye yanyanzeleka ukuba imisele elinye ixesha emva kokuba kuvele ukuba ingqina aliphilanga. Ingqina elingenakuchazwa ngegama lisakuba ngumsebenzi kumasipala kwidyunivesithi xolo kwiyunithi yenkunkuma yaseThekwini. Ekuqaleni kwale veki ingqinile enkundleni ukuba ikikitye iikontract ezingaphaya kwama-20 zokuqokelelwa kwenkunkuma kunye nokucocwa kwezitilato kwiwadi ezininzi zasemlazi. Kusenjalo emva kokuba inkundla ivile ukuba elingqina aliphilanga iye yayalela umbuso ukuba uze nelinye ingqina ukuze ityala liqhubeke.
Ubuholi ophezulu be-ANC bunikele esigodlweni kwakhangela amankengane kwaNongoma ukuyokotha isilo uMisuzulu kaZwelithini. Okhulumela leli qembu kuzwelonke uMahlengi Bhengu Mutsiri uthi inhloso uqinisa ubudlelwane phakathi kahulumeni nobuholi bendabuko.
One of the key themes that we have been advancing since we came here and preparing to come here, just as we've done meeting Amakosi in Limpopo, just as we've done meeting Amakosi in and around Kwaduguza early this year, it's a message of social cohesion. You cannot have social cohesion by defining it outside of the institutions of traditional leadership in our society. And so that is really one key message around what are those things that we need to accelerate from the perspective of ISILO as well to fast-track efforts at social cohesion, fast-track rural development and agriculture and all other matters of concern to ISILO Samabandla.
Kulindeleke kuba igqwetha lommangalelwa uZandile Mshololo luqhubeke nokuthwaxa imibuzo kwingqina lombuso. Ipolisa uPatrick Mthethwa kwityala likaSenzo Meyiwa. Umthethwa nobe phakathi kwamapolisa okuqala ukufika kwindawo yeqhwayelo uxolele inkundla ephakamileyo ePitoli ukuba bashiya indlu itsiciwe kwaye khange bayinkampele indawo yeqhwayelo.
Osomabhizinisi abasafufusa emalokishini batshele ingqungquthela yezomnotho yamazwe eBRICS ukuthi kufanele babhekelelwe ukuze kusimame umnotho. Osomabhizinisi abazinze eindaweni zasemalokishini bafuna ukubandakanywa einhlelweni okuhlomula kuzo amabhizinisi. Labo osomabhizinisi abambalwa bebeyingxenye yesithangami amazwe eBRICS ebesibhingwa ngezomnotho eSoweto. Kusona lesi sithangami baphinde futhi bathola nethuba lokukhangisa ngomsebenzi wabo. Lokuza nje ayaqhubeka kamalungiselelo engqungquthela ye-15 yamazwe eBRICS ezohlala eSandton Convention Center eGoli ngesonto elizayo.
Ngaphambi kokuba uphume embukeli omhle, qiniseka kaloku into yokubana uxhobisekile kwaye uyazi uba kuqhubeka ntoni kwezemozulu. Rhabula kodwa ungafinci. Enkosi ngokuhlala nathi nisasibukele kaloku apha ekhaya jikelele kwinkqubo ndaba yakho uDTT. Njengendlela yenza ke apha ekhaya niyazi kaloku mbukelo kuba siqaqambisa izakhono zenu ezohlukileyo zabantu jikelele. Okanti ke namhlanje apha e-studio sindwendwele ligcisa lemizobo yamalahle. Umukelani Innocent Dladla. uDladla ke waqala ukubonisa ngesakhono sakhe ngonyaka ka-2016 okuzawuthi gango kusele ezobe imifanekiso yosaziwayo bakweli. Innocent masikubulise sikwamkele inkqubeni yethu ekhaya jikelele.
Ngiyabonga ukuba nami sis. Thank you for having me.
Uziva usekhaya kodwa?
Yeah, I do feel at home.
Ukhululile isihlangu?
No.
Kusho
I didn't
nebhatya
have to.
uyikhululanga?
No.
Maybe
hot.
after the
It's not hot.
It's not hot.
It's not hot.
Awuyiva le heat elapha?
The outside was cold, it was really cold too.
Kusekhaya ke apha. Hlisa amakhala uzole. Siyakwanabela into yokubana usindwendwele sizothetha ngomsebenzi omhle owenzayo njengogcisa. Ngaphambi kokuba ke sibe nodliwano ndlebe sifumanise ngomsebenzi owenzayo, khawusele thuphe ngubani uInnocent.
Well, Innocent is just a guy from a big village, KwaZulu-Natal, and I spent most of my life here. I grew up in Soweto basically, and I just do artworks, pencils. Started with pencil. I hoped to grow from pencils at the time when I started, but then I just stuck to pencils. And I've been creating with pencil for most of my life, as far as I can remember.
Wow, amazing. From Bergville to the world. Ewe ndiyaqonda ubana ukhulele Soweto kodwa inkaba ipha eBergville. Ungathi mhlawumbe iinspiration yomsebenzi wakho ba uzobe because amagcisa vele baba ne-inspiration ukuthi okay ngaphambi kokuba ndizobe ndifumana mhlawumbe inkuthazo kwizinto ezithile. Ungathi wena mhlawumbe inspiration for imizobo yakho ifumana phi?
Well, I would say series of life, what I view life as. It's just 3 phases for me. It's love, hope, and death. That's what I draw inspiration from, so I try to bring that out in my artworks. So that's why you see a lot of darkness and a lack of emotions. So unfortunately, the pieces I brought are just hope and death. They portray hope and death, so I couldn't bring one for love, which was much bigger for me to bring along with me. So it is just that for me.
And speaking of your pieces, so we are chindokbana eziveza ithemba. Ngubani lona mhlambi?
Well, the drawing is titled Unokukhanya. It's the light, but then within the lights there is darkness, and you can see she lacks emotions. You can't tell what she's really feeling. And the gold, it represents prosperity, and the African ladies, they just represent hope for me. So that's why I just put it there. I just put my ideas together and then I put it on paper. The meaning of it exactly, sometimes it gets distorted. But then, yes, that's the big concept around this drawing.
Wow, it's really amazing. Kwaye ndithanda and the inspiration behind this picture uthi nokukhanya. Into ethi ngaphambi kokuba kuse kuqale kube mnyama litsho livela ilanga liphuma ikhwezi. Amazing work oyenzayo. Kwaye ndithi xa ndirhogo lapha ndiyathi into yobana ivumba kusabu charcoal.
Yes, I do use a lot of charcoal. So the darkness you cannot achieve, this kind of darkness you cannot achieve with anything else besides charcoal. So I tend to use charcoal mostly. But then the drawings, the insides of the drawings, I use pencils because they are more easier to control than charcoal. So charcoal is just used for backgrounds and it's darkness.
Wow. And ndiyakhalela uqondo bana for you, I mean into yokubana wenze umboniso ololuhlobo. Ungathi mhlambe kukuthatha ixesha elingakanani?
Days. It takes days. I never count the hours, but then this size, it can take like 3 to 4 days because I work and pause, but then the hours I never count, I just zone in.
Khawusixolele banzi ngalona kuba ndiyabona into bana ngumnumzana unentshebe uthwele imbali. Khawusibalisele ngalona umboniso. What's the inspiration behind lona umboniso now?
It's a metaphorical illustration of life and death. I think we don't know what happens on the other side while we're here, but then with death maybe comes life. So the flowers represent life because flowers are a symbol of life to me. They bloom, they show us life. And the person, the guy is broken, you can see, but then he's dead. To me, at least. Yes.
it's not me at least. Wow, this is amazing. And then ndiyayithanda inspiration yakho kule mizobo othi unayo, representing life and death, representing ukukhanya. Senditsho umuntu mhlambe uyakwazi ba resonate through these pictures, because I think into ebalulekileyo xa ungumzobi funeke nami nangona ngengomzobi kodwa ndizibone ndicacisiwe kule mizobo. I know that mhlambe also as a painter you have a life outside of the work that you do. Ungathi mhlambe, how do you balance ubomi bakho mhlambe bangaphandle? Of course it's not obangaphandle because this is part of who you are, but how do you balance your emotions, your mental health, your artwork nezinye izinto ozenzayo ngaphandle?
Okay, I would like to. It's a big shout out to my girlfriend, by the way. She's the one who keeps me alive, and this is all I do. I do not have a life out of this. It's just this and my girlfriend, and then that's all there is to it. Really.
You and your girlfriend against the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
something like
blush. Hey.
Something like that, yes.
Because kwamnandi man. And I mean, uthetha ngokubana mhlawumbe umsebenzi wakho uyaveza i-inspirations zakho and nomsebenzi. Ungathi mhlawumbe njenge-artist xa sijongile nawe uyi-artist ukuba uqhubeleke phambili niyayifumana inkxaso, i-support financially from the government? I know that sometimes kuye kube khona i-programs azikhuphayo. Do you think enough is being done to support umsebenzi we-art apha eMzantsi Afrika?
I don't think I have a say in that because I never sought out help. I believe if I want something, I have to go get it myself. I've never been one to be happy to receive handouts. So I don't even know which platforms I can go into to receive some sort of funding. So to get funding for my things, I have to sell some works. So that's how I've been working. So I make this money, I buy this thing, I make this money, I buy this thing. So one thing has been paying for the other. So I've never had to ask someone for anything.
Njengomusisho into kubana into ethi there is lack of awareness zonke ezi programs okanye izinkqubo of funding i-artist azikhosela ubala. Ungathi mhlambe wena njenge-artist ngeyiphi imicelimngeni or rather challenges oqonda into kubana uye wajongana nazo, and when you reflect back in your journey ungathi mhlambe zeziphi lessons othe kweza challenges wazifunda eziye za contributor in your growth?
Well, the most important lesson I've learned is you have to rely on yourself. You have to believe in what skills you have and how you can put them and apply them into the real world and make a living out of it. In terms of asking for handouts, no, it never works. It never works. I've never really met someone who's made it big out of someone else's palm, you see, so. I'm not sure if I understood the question. Am I answering you correctly?
No, you are answering the question because I'm asking about the challenges ote wajongana nazo and also the lessons ote wazi fumana in those challenges. So we are nayo into yokubana yes, challenges bezikhona and the lesson kukuba you have relied on yourself.
Yes, the challenge is it's always the money to buy stuff, these things, because they're quite costly. So it's always the money to buy the stuff, and selling the stuff is always the challenge. So finding people who see your vision to your art is quite difficult. So people never tend to buy stuff more, my art more. They just buy the portraits, custom portraits. They want me to make them their portraits. And then that's where I make some sort of sense from. And then it could fund me, and I can continue creating stuff that I think is gallery worthy. Yes.
So kule nto ithethayo ngathi mhlambe what marketing strategies osebenzisayo njenge-artist so that you put yourself out there? Uyatsho into yobana mhlambe abantu they request for portraits, they never really buy mhlambe ezi unazo. Ungathi zeziphi strategies osebenzayo, especially now that sikwi-era your social media?
Yeah, I use a lot of digital marketing. On marketplaces, I'm very available on marketplaces. I'm also on Instagram. But I never get buyers from Instagram, so it's just marketplaces and interactions with people. So I open up stalls sometimes around the malls and events. So that's where I am. I display my artworks, and then people see, and then they ask if I could do something for them. So it's digital marketing and face-to-face interactions with people.
Oh yeah, amazing. Siyathemba ukuthi abantu bavuleke, abantu bavula inhliziyo, bavula ipocket, bakwazi uthenga, banga request kuphela kwi-portraits because eyona nto ndiyithandayo is the whole inspiration behind as portraits unazo. Abantu mhlambe xa befuna ukukulandela, befuna ukurequesta i-portraits, befuna ukuthenga ezi zilapha e-studio nezinye ke mhlambe ozenzayo, bangakulandela phi?
Oh, I'm on Instagram. It's pencil at work with an underscore under pencil and at after at. It's pencil underscore at underscore work, and then you can also use my WhatsApp. You'll find links to my social media sites. The number is 084-959-0559. And yeah, that's about it. The website is still under reconstruction because I was paying too much for nothing at the previous one I had. So I'm trying out a new source or supplier, if I could put it that way, yes.
Hey, I jonginya usinodaka kudala bekuthi kule industry, but it's great that uyatsho into kubana eyona lesson oyifundileyo is to rely on yourself. Asi Ekhaya Jikelele siyazinca ngamagcisa afana nani who are starting from the ground besenza izinto ngezandla zabo niqaqambisa italente lenu kwaye ke sikufisela konke okuhle in your journey. May you attract everything that you wish for, njengoba usitsho into kubana uyanqwenela abantu into kubana bazibandakanye bakwazi ukuxhasa umsebenzi wakho. Enkosi kwakhona ngokuba usindwendwele enkqubeni.
Ngiyabonga ukundwendwela.
Yeah?
Thank you for having me.
Undwendwela.
Thank you for having me.
And shout out to your girlfriend.
Yes.
Yeah, uvela ungablashi ke xa sothetha ngaye. Right, mbukeli we-Ekhaya Jikelele. Lo ke besincokola naye nguye uMukelani Innocent noligcisa lemizobo yamalahle. Esichasa labanzi ke ngomsebenzi wakhe. Kanti ngoku masithi qhwi evenkileni wena ungayi kwandawo ubukele i-Ekhaya Jikelele.
Siphinde sikwamukele ke mbukeli lapha ekhaya Jikelele. Sisekuzo ezemidlalo onke amehlo azobe ethe njo emqhudelanweni ke wezokusubatha emhlabeni iWorld Athletics Championships phakathi komhla zi-17 kuya kumhla zi-19 kwephezulu eBudapest eHungary. Bangaphezulu kweyinkulungwane ezimbili abasubathi abaqhamuka emazweni angama-202 okulindeleke ukuthi babambe iqhaza kulomqhudelwano. Kanti ke nethimba labasubathi abangama-36 abazomela iningizimu Afrika selilifulathele kuleli ukuyobamba iqhaza ke kulomqhudelwano. Njengamanje ke mbukela isixhumana ngohlelo leZoom nomunye abasubathi abamele elakuleli khona le eBudapest eHungary uShawn Masanganyi. Sawubona Shawn, good morning. Sikwamukele ohlelweni. Kunjani nje? Injani weather lapha eBudapest?
Sawubona. Ngiyaphila yo. Iweather yakhona ngathi yashintsha kodwa yona nje hayi ngathi izoba right masicala ukugijima kodwa kuyabanda sometimes especially ekuseni mara sobona ukuthi kuhamba kanjani.
Hayi siyazi ukuthi ke lawo makhaza ngeke aza kuvimbe wena uzo excela nje. Thina ke la eSouth Africa uma usubuya uzosifica sesifudumele sekuyaqala kuyafudumala.
No plus bengigijima eChina khona bekushisa and angithi obviously it's the other side of the world so we're experiencing summer here. But overall, I think it's going to be a good competition and everything's just pointing towards the right direction.
Yeah, so wena ke isinjani isimo sakho sokulungela lo mqhudelwano njengabadlali nje sengisho kuwe nabanye abadlali abakhona lapha abameli iningizimu Afrika sithini state senu se-readiness njengama-athletes?
I think we're pretty much ready. The whole team came in yesterday, the rest of the team came in yesterday, and I flew in on Monday coming from Belgium. Overall, I think everyone is prepared to run fast. I mean, right now we just got woken up early just to comply with some, testing and so forth to make sure we're all good leading to the competition. Overall, I was looking at the team management and everyone's looking good. Everyone's coming into competition healthy. No one had to pull out or anything. And so far, it's all green lights.
Manje angixoxele wobanike amanye ama-athletes eninawo lapho ongasibalela wona nje akhona amele iningizimu Afrika.
Zakiti Nene, Clarence Munyai, Lukolo Adams, pretty much a lot of the big people, a lot of the big guys, have been around at these championships a long time. I know Akani Simbini comes in today. He's going to come in around about this morning. So yeah, the whole relay team is here pretty much except for Akani. Akani is coming in today, and then so it's looking very promising.
Iningizimu Afrika weshon yagcina ngo-2017 ukuthi inqobe ama-medals ke kulo mqhudelwano. Do you believe ukuthi as a group you guys have what it takes to change that?
Definitely, I think so. You know, the main problem with, especially like last year, for example, was the fact that from a management standpoint, you know, there was a lot of people not ready. A lot of people didn't get visas until the day of the competition. So I remember last year in Oregon, people were flying in and competing later that day. And, you know, as an athlete, especially at this level, that things like that can't happen. You need time to acclimatize and acclimate for these type of competitions. And then you look at, you know, 2019 was a steady, slow year. But, you know, there were still people who made finals and people who, you know, came close to glory. But, you know, athletics is such a marginal game, you know. You have little room for error, and that's why you must always stay on top of your game. But this year, I feel like it's going to be different.
Manje wena uzobugijima kumiphi ke imjaho kanti futhi ke ukulungele kangakanani ke ukungena enkundleni wenze udume ngazo?
I think I'm looking forward towards the 200 mainly. The 100 is tough in its own right. The 100 is very, very, very tough. But you know, that's not my speciality. Even though I've been running pretty well this year in the 100, the 100 is not my speciality. That's why I'm doubling up, and then I'm doing the relay as well. But the relay has a really great shot. All we need to do, we haven't really had time to practice. That's the thing, because everyone trains in different areas of the earth, so it's tough in that sense. But overall, I think I'm looking forward towards the 200.
Manje ubusebenzisa yiphi indlela uqinisekisa ukuthi ukulungela ukubamba iqhaza kulomqhudelwano. I-training routine yakho nje yipho obuyenza to ensure phela ukuthi you are well prepared to compete in these games?
Just coming into the competition, you know, you already did the hard work before in the off season. The off season is where you do most of your hard work, and on season is just all about maintaining and staying in the best shape. So right now, leading into the competition, we don't do too much because we know that I'm going to be doing a lot of running. You know, I've basically scheduled 8 races scheduled. If not, you know, coming in, I had to make sure I came in from another competition, obviously in Belgium, and another one from China, just within the last 2.5 weeks. So right now, it's all just about maintaining and making sure that I'm in tip-top shape. No heavy workouts, you know, I'm not even lifting at this time of the season, so I don't go to the gym. It's all just about making sure that I'm just explosive and I'm light.
Manje lo mqhudelwano uza nje ke ngonyaka ozayo kuyiwa kuma-Olympics eParis eFrance. Ngabe ke have you qualified for the Olympics? What are your plans to make sure that you secure a place ke in the upcoming Olympic Games?
I haven't qualified yet because the qualifying times that I ran them in June, and the qualifying window for the Olympics opened in July. But I'm a little bit shy from that because I just now in the competition I ran in China, I ran 10:06. Which is 0.06 away from the qualifier, but I've ran the qualifying standard before. It's just that I need to do it within the right window. You know, it's 10:00 for the 100, 20.16 for the 200. And I'm feeling good about that, hitting these marks in the World Championships. You need to hit these marks anyways if you want to make it to the finals. And that's what I'm planning to do. That's the mission statement, make all my finals in this competition.
So washona manje mangabe ulapho ke Budapest noma ufike endaweni lapho ke nizofike nicompetele khona nifike nenzeni nje, for example ikhona i-team ekutrainayo or at this stage usuke usuyi-trainer wena kusuke kuhamba kanjani lapho?
Ngitraina ngiyedwa kodwa ucoach yami uzoza namhlanje, yena uphume eAmerica, so uzolanda namhlanje in the afternoon, and then he's going to be training with me. He's going to, obviously this is my personal coach. But overall, mangigijima khona la eEurope nase-China, bengigijima ngiyedwa, ngizitraina ngiyedwa, ucoach yami yangisenele iprogram yami. And we have a team coach, obviously, to oversee everything, you know. But so if I need someone to help me with, you know, blowing the whistle for me at practice, I can just ask the team coach. But everyone at this time of the season, most of the time, they're training alone because obviously not everyone can travel with their own personal coaches. But we have like team officials that can help us, you know, do some certain things at training.
So uma usukule level ye competition like mentally, what are the preparations? Yiphi state of mind kumele ube kuso to make sure that you succeed?
You need to be at your most relaxed. I think the most important thing, kumele relax and you know, trust the process, trust your training, because it's such a mental game. Track athletics over anything is such a mental game because it allows little room for error. So you know, everything you do counts. You know, so you're coming into a competition, you must be at peace. You must be relaxed. You don't want anyone at home stressing you, saying, "Mali, this, that," because it's such a tough mental game, because it's obviously, like I said, you only have little room for error. So just looking at overall thing, you just want to always have your clear mind, because you only perform your best when your mind is clear and you're relaxed. That goes for all events in athletics, and even with sprinting. Sprinting is such an aggressive thing, but you still need to be relaxed. Because even my coach would tell me, you need to be patient and you need to relax. It's like oxymoronic in its own way, but that's just how the cookie crumbles. That's how the game is played. So you need to be at peace and you need to not have any worry.
So manje, in between, if you're not training or you don't have any game coming up, what do you do in that spare time or in that break?
It depends. Sometimes I just hang out with some friends. Obviously, if I'm in Europe, in places like Europe right now, obviously none of my friends are around, I just go to a restaurant, sit by myself, just clear my mind, take things easy. I play video games. Because I play PlayStation, and you just do things to take your mind off the sport in general, because obviously you don't always want to be thinking about work every day.
Yes.
Or you watch movies. But there's always some things to do. Sometimes you can go to like or fairs or especially in different countries. So there's always something to do.
Yeah. So, Sean Masanganyi, like for the youngsters that aspire, njengamanje basixoxa nje bayasho ukuthi wazwajabula uSean, yena uparticipate ama-Olympics, naye bayafisa ukuyibona level okuyo, ungabacebisa uthini nje, any word of advice?
I'd say the most important thing is making sure that you're consistent. You need to be consistent, diligent. Isn't as a scholar, because a lot of people like to neglect a scholar, especially my focus on sports, and you can't go far without focusing on your education. It's very important to stay on top of that, and overall, enjoy what you do. If you don't enjoy it, it's gonna feel dreadful. Every day, and you have no lack of motivation. You have lack of motivation and so forth. So whatever you do, find motivation within that to excel, and be diligent, and trust. Trust yourself, believe in yourself that you're going to do well, be the best, and the sky's the limit at that point.
Usibonga kakhulu-ke Sean ngesikhathi sakho. Manje sikulandela kanjani lapha silokhu usabheka lama games, but ko social media ukhona ko social media singakwazi ukuthi sikucheck khona?
Of course, I'm on social media. Basically, even if you just go on Google and you just type in Sean, SHAUN Maswanganyi, all my social media platforms just pop up on Google. And you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. I'm very big on YouTube. I'm coming up on YouTube. I post a lot of my vlogs for the competitions, like the behind the scenes, so people can enjoy.
Uyabezwa athletes, Sean, but Google me, mawungiguglisha nje kuzovele kuvele zonke izinto. Sibonga kakhulu-ke Sean ngesikhathi sakho. We trust ukuthi you will fly our flag up high. We trust you, and good luck with everything that you do.
Thank you.
Mbukeli-ke lo bekuSean Masanganyi ongomunye-ke wabasubathi abase-Budapest, Hungary, emqhudelaneni phela wezokusubatha emhlabeni i-World Athletics Championships oqalayo-ke khona kusasa. Uyasho ukuthi bebephuma le eChina lapha kade bekhona, manje sebese-Budapest. Uyasho nje ukuthi hayi manje sekukuyiqeqesha, yena wakho umqeqeshi uzofika-ke namhlanje ukuthi akwazi ukuthi amqeqeshe, kodwa nje cha imoya iphezulu nesimo sakhe nje sengqondo urelaxile, uselinde nje ukuthi akwazi ukuqala-ke imiqhudelwano yakhe. Simfisele nje konke okuhle nalo lonke nje-ke ithimba laseNingizimu Afrika elimele iNingizimu Afrika laphayana eHungary emqhudelwaneni-ke yama-Olympics. Okwamanje mbukele-ke sinje-ke ku-8 lo mangabe sibuya sizobuya-ke ukholo sizobe senasi isivakashi ongafuni ukuthi sikuphuthele mbukeli, ngakho-ke hlala phansi nethezeke kusekhaya jikelele.
Enkosi ngokuhlala nathi nisasibukele kaloku apha ekhaya jikelele. Intandane ke ye-TikTok uthatho immaculate uthatha umnitse banzi kushishino lokuzonwabisa. I-TikTok ke netalente ezininzi ayintshanga kwimveliso zomabona kude. Nanjengokuba ke ethe wavela pha kwi-Big Brother Mzansi season 3 ngonyaka ka-2022, yena ndima ke inkulu eyakhe wayidlala ibeyindima kaNthamiseng Malika pha ku The River. Uthatho ke ukwangumnini we-studio i-Dance and Fitness. Ukuva banzi sinaye apha enqubeni. Thato masikubulisa sikwamkele ekhaya Jikelele.
Ngiyabonga, good morning.
How?
Thank you. Aw sisi ngiyabonga.
Into engaka, into ongayenziyo, dancer, acting, presenting, accounting.
Yeah, especially accounting.
Into ongayenziyo?
Angazi angikwazi ukupheka. Yeah.
That's the only thing.
Yeah, that's the only thing. Ukupheka angikwazi. I don't know.
Ndiyakuvuma Shem. Ndiyakugreesha. You are the girl that you think you are.
A lot of hard work, yeah. A lot of hard work
and it's amazing because you're mastering all of these things. And I mean, ukuqala kwami ukukubona pha kula dance challenge ka TikTok eyeza nawe mina yes.
I
mean, from that challenge, obviously not from that challenge, but I mean kudala waqala TikTok, but abantu abaninzi including myself sikwaze kula challenge wayenza ka dance TikTok. Ungathi mhlawumbe eliqonga lika TikTok ukusukela okowamqala ukuzawuthi gangoku, how has been the journey and the achievements?
So TikTok, I started in 2021, and that challenge opened me up to the world, and then after that I joined a program on TikTok by TikTok South Africa called Rising Voices. And after that, you know, social media has become a source of income, an extra source of income on top of the accounting. So it's really changed my life. And also with the acting, I mean, I post my work, I post my acting, and sometimes a casting director is watching and says, come and audition for this. Yeah, so TikTok for me has opened doors and doors and doors.
Pelubula Friday last week. You are that girl. Where you set your foot. But come back.
No, thank you very much. So thank you very, very much. I mean, I'm glad to be back. Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah. And let's get to the presenting, because we are wabonwa as casting directors, so now let's get to presenting. And I like your story because it affirms in Dogbana a journey to 1,000 miles begins with one step. Sigbonile kokasi vibes ko Soweto TV wayunyikela ngasentla home ground. Girl, I mean, how is this happening? Because in split seconds, can't you know? It's a process.
Not at all. I think you would know. So I've been going to TV presenting school while being an accountant. So I used to go in the evenings, and I went to a little TV presenting school in Randburg. And then I thought to myself, no, let me write something. Let me try and do my own TV presenting. I think we did it on YouTube. So then because of the training, then I was able to do Kasi Vibe. So I've been at this for a long time. Even getting a home ground, I was just there for an interview, just like now. Just there for an interview, and they said, link us to an ad break. And then they said, no, come back and let's do it, you know. So to somebody, it looks like, you just got lucky. But I know that I've been working at this since I was 19. I'm 30 now. Yeah, so I've been working at this for years, 10 years. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. You've been working for this for years, and now things are just aligning in your favor.
Yes.
Sagbona na go Big Brother. Yay! Lapaya. Lalela girl, wago Big Brother. Wabuya nenjota.
Yeah.
So chatile ngoku ithatha pha indoda sana ku Big Brother.
Utshelobani ngoba ngakhulumi mina wena wazela.
Hayi file yakho ndiyiphethe kaloku.
Yes, uthatha umthombeni kuphi.
Mrs. Halala ding.
Thank you. Yeah.
Also share your journey ku Big Brother, ungenile ku Big Brother, and I mean, obviously you did not make it. In fact, you made it because I mean, even though unga winwanga kwathathato, but that was a win because kwaqala kwabhuma izinto ezininzi wafumana nendoda. Share your journey.
Wafumana nendoda. So in Big Brother, I loved the show. For me, I loved Big Brother Africa, and I always wanted to be on it. And then I put in a resignation where I used to work. The same month they announced Big Brother, I tweeted and I said this was mine. So for me, it was important to just be in the house, because even though I didn't win the 2 million rand, I knew I'm going to have opportunities that equate to 2 million rand, right? And I absolutely did. I don't want to lie. So Big Brother was great. It was an amazing experience, and like you said, I met the love of my life.
Yeah. Mrs.
I was hiding.
Yeah, I saw it because forever, I mean, you are an incredible, remarkable woman. You do all of these things, and one is probably wondering and pondering, how are you excelling? Also, you have your life. I mean, now you are a wife. We are actor. You also have a new show coming up. How are you able to balance zonke zinto? But to Jonga, you are slaying, you are killing it, you are excelling.
Yeah. Thank you very much, firstly. But I think a good foundation is important, you know. Like I said, I had been training for this for many, many years. And, you know, just pursuing excellence, I think, is important. But most importantly for me, it's discipline, right? If I say that this week I'm acting, I need to get there on time so that when I get back, I can shoot my TikToks. Because if I'm late there, then this is going to be late and that is going to be late. So it's just a matter of planning what it is that we're going to do throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout the month, and just being disciplined and showing up at that specific time. But I also have a lot of help. I have a lot of help. I've got a great management team. I've got Isnetech Media that runs my music. So it's also about, you know, getting people to help you. You can't do everything by yourself. So that's what it is. Dedication, commitment, help.
Wow. Before we get to the dance routine, because Jonga can... I think, you know, when they say energy is contagious,
yes.
Like you are feeding off. Before we get into the routine, now you've also ventured in Kulweni. Yes. Friday, Utula, Normanungelo,
yes.
I mean, how is the collaboration and
so just like I said, Big Brother opened opportunity. So Mr. Malungelo happened to be watching Big Brother ngacula lapha and wathi makaphuma lo ngifuna ukusebenza naye. Ndimlindile yena no Rati. So we did that song. So that's how that came about. So Big Brother being seen and posting your content is going to open opportunities. That's what it is. Put your work out. You never know who's watching.
And yazi ndinesikhoqo enazi njoba nje muthetha apha ukhona othi Jonga ndimlindile after this interview ndicela umqeqeqelena athi yazini kuna ini kuphi asihlanganise.
Yeah, please, I'm waiting. Anything, opportunities, man, I'm open. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Yeah. Speaking of doing it, we're now going to the dance routine. I know there are latest trends and you are keeping up with them on TikTok. You are even coming up with your own dance routines. Lalela.
Yeah.
Okay, it's in bege inansika yam apa so that
okay, we Jonga upige. Okay, is this where we are? So we're just going to go right and left, and right and left, and then we're gonna turn, and then we're gonna do the it ain't me da da da. But this is a song Jonga Malunga. So can you try it with some music?
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Okay. Okay, this is Tanzania. Okay. Same thing. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, and turn and turn.
Yes.
You want to do it again?
Yes.
Okay, a bit more energy this time. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Chigaza. It's fine. Okay. It's fine. You just keep it here. There you go. Very simple. Now you've got moves.
Okay.
All right. Do you want to learn something else?
Yes.
All right. So we're just gonna kick and go up. Do you know that dance?
Kick. Okay. You see? I got it.
So now you've got 3 moves. Now you can rock.
Okay.
No one can. Are you out of breath?
Wow.
Are you tired?
Tato, no, I'm not tired, but I'm in the vibe.
Yeah. So I'm at Call Her Tato on all of my social media platforms. Call Her Tato. I'm on TikTok, I'm on YouTube, I'm on Instagram. I rock lifats all over the platforms.
Yes, girl.
Yes.
Wow, thank you so much for joining us.
No, don't worry.
I need more lessons. I'm going to join your dance class.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Ekhaya, Jikelele besinqokela naye kaloku uThato. Hey masithi qhwe evenkileni ndiyosela amanzi kancinci. We'll be right back. Ungayi ndawo siyabuya.